Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your November reading. Welcome to Tatted Tarot. Thank you for joining me today. We are going to take a look at what's going on in your life right now. And we're going to take a look at what is to come. All right, this is a general reading, so it might not apply to everybody, but it just might apply to you. Okay, so let's get started here. All right, Aquarius, we are going to see what's going on with you right now. Right now, we have the Eight of Cups. You are walking away, letting go, leaving behind. So you're leaving something behind, Aquarius. You decided that you're done with something, you're fed up with it, and you need to go in a different direction. So good for you. It's a card of change. You decided that, you really need to pursue something different. So I admire that, definitely. All right, our next card is going to be challenges. All right, so the challenges you're facing right now is the Four of Swords. You're taking a break, relaxation, and peace, self-reflecting, and resting. So that's probably why you're going through this Eight of Cups right now, because you decided you needed to take a break from something. You needed to really reflect on what you wanted in your life. And that is why you decided to walk away. That's why you decided to let this go, because you really had to think about it. You got to thinking, you're like, I'm tired of thinking, I need to start doing. And you decided to start taking action. All right. Perfect. So what is it that you need to focus on, Aquarius? You need to focus on the moon. So you need to focus on illusions and hidden confusion and secrets and uncertainty. So you need to focus on, you're starting this new journey, all right, Aquarius? You decided, hey, got to thinking and I need a change in my life. You decided that you're going to take this change in your life, but you really need to watch out for the things that you might just be uncertain about. You're taking a new journey, you're taking a new path. You really just have to make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's. You just really got to make sure if you're going to do this, do it right. All right. Whatever this is in your life that you're deciding to change, whatever this is in your life that you're deciding that you want to now take part in and do, just make sure that you are really looking into it, that you are really knowing what you're getting into. All right. So that is what you need to focus on right now, Aquarius. But what happened in your past? The past is the Tower. So in your past, you had sudden changes, crumbling down, chaos and destruction in your past. So that's probably why you decided to walk away from whatever you wanted to walk away from and start something new. In your past, everything had to end, it seemed like. Seemed like it might have not even been your choice as much. Maybe it was. Maybe it's a part of you thinking, and maybe it was a part of life just saying, hey, it's time for you to go on this new path right now, on this new journey. My dog's looking at me like he's crazy. It's so funny. Like I'm crazy. He's like, what are you doing right now? I don't understand. But anyway, so it seems like that's what happened in your past. You had a sudden change that just had to take place. Life said, hey, it's time for this to happen right now, whether you like it or not. So you decided to walk away from what you're doing, start something new. But you do have to pay attention to what you don't know about this new journey, all right? Now, what are some strengths that you have, all right? You have the Nine of Wands. So your strength is resilience, close to succeed, and persistence and fatigue. So pretty much your strength is that you're not willing to give up. You're not willing to really give up until you decide you got where you're going. If you have something in your mind that you're trying to get to or you're trying to achieve, it seems like, a strength for you is just really persistence in pursuing that goal. Especially if it's something that you really love to do. If it's something that you're passionate about, it seems like you really are going to pursue that to the fullest. Especially if life decided right now, it's time for you to take that leap. So you're taking a leap into something new. It's kind of scary. You're uncertain about how it's going to go. And it looks like you have enough resilience and persistence to really take this new adventure on. All right. Now, Aquarius, in your near future, you have the Five of Pentacles. Hardships and loss, isolation, abandonment, unemployed, and struggle. Wow, that sounds like it sucks. Not gonna lie. But that's probably part of this new path that you're on. You know, things don't always just blow up and become successful right away. You don't always just right away get to the exact spot you're going to. It takes time. It takes dedication. And that's where your resilience and your persistence is going to pay off. With the Nine of Wands is that you're going to be able to get through these hard times, hopefully. You know, you're going to be able to, despite all the isolation you might feel, despite all of the bills that might be piling up, you know, despite whatever this is that you might be going through that is going to get much worse than it is right now. Hate to break it to you, but it's just what it is, unfortunately. All right? But spirits are telling me that you have the resilience to get through this. All right? It's going to get darker before it gets lighter, but as tough as it's going to get, you can get through it because you have the resilience to do so. All right. Now, let's see what your suggested approach is, and that is the Strength card. Oh, wow. Okay, well, good for you. So your suggested approach through all these hardships that you're going through is your courage, your confidence, and your inner power. All right? I just told you, things are going to get rough. Things are going to really get rough really soon in November. All right? Unfortunately. But Spirits are saying you really have the confidence and you have the inner power to get through this. All right? As much as it's going to suck and as uncomfortable as it's going to feel, you have the confidence and inner power and you can get through it. Pretty much you have the strength to get through it. You have the resilience. I mean, you have all these cards telling me who you are. Let's be real, okay? You got the Nine of Wands. You got the Strength card. Spirits are telling me who you are, okay? You're the type of person that can get through hard shit, all right? That's just what it is, all right? It sucks. You know it sucks, but at the end of the day, you're the type of person, Aquarius, that despite how much it sucks, you're going to get through the other side of it, you know? So that's what you really need to focus on as far as moving forward go, or at least that's what you need to keep in mind, all right? You need to keep in mind that you're going to have the courage and you're going to have the strength to get through whatever this Five of Pentacles hardship crap is that's coming up. So just keep that in mind, Aquarius. You can do it. I got that lion on there. It's kind of cool. All right. Now, what is it, Aquarius, you need to know? All right. Spirits, what is it Aquarius needs to know for November? They need to know the Ace of Cups. Look at that. Kind of a really bright card. New love and feelings, emotional awakening, intuition, and spirituality. So spirits are saying what you need to know is this situation that you're going through, you're not going to get just nothing out of it, right? It's going to suck. You're going to go through some hard times, but at the end of the day, you need to know that you're going to have new experiences, right? You're going to understand who you are better. You're going to understand who you are as a person is better. You're going to really just come into your own, it seems like. And it seems like that's something that you're really going to get out of this new experience coming up, Aquarius, is that you're really just going to have some inner knowing and just really come into who you are just a little bit more. So you're not getting just like nothing out of this hardship that it's coming up. It looks like you're going to get something out of it. Maybe not what you're looking for, but the spirits are saying that's what you need. All right, regardless of what you're looking for. We all want stuff. We're all looking for stuff. You know, we all want things to pan out a certain way because that's how we want it, right? We want everything the way we want it because it makes our lives easier. All right, unfortunately, life is not going to be easier. All right, unfortunately, life's going to get a little bit more rough, but you're going to get something out of it. Not what you want possibly, but you are going to get something out of it. You're going to get what you need. Maybe not what you want. Now, what are your hopes and fears regarding this situation, Aquarius? And that is the Queen of Swords. Your hopes and fears is, what? Honest and fair, cutthroat, objective, truthful, and independent. So your fear is you're really going to have to do this on your own. You're going to have to find the truth in who you are. You know, you're going to, and that's what you fear anyway. You fear that it's going to be hard. It's going to be cutthroat. You fear that whatever it is that you're about to endure on is not going to be easy. And I'm telling you right now, it's not. All right, that's what your biggest fear is. Your biggest fear is whatever it is you're about to embark on isn't going to work out. You know, you think it's not going to work out. You hope it is. You know, that's what I think this objective and truthful is that you hope that if you put enough time and dedication into whatever this is that you're about to pursue, you hope that you're going to get a fair shake in the end. You know, you hope that you're going to get what you put into it. You know, you're going to get what you're looking to get out of this situation. You're not going to, by the way. You're not. Sorry, I hate to break it to you. But I'm just here to deliver a message. I don't know what to tell you, you know? Now let's see what the potential future is, okay? All said and done, things are going to hell, all right? Hell in a handbasket, all right? Let's see what the potential future is of this situation. Should you not give up, should you continue to, like, you know, keep going forward and all that good stuff, you know, like we know you like to do, okay? Let's see. The Six of Pentacles. So the potential future is generosity and charity, support, sharing, giving and receiving, fairness and gratitude. All right, I think I just said that in the last card, right? You're hoping that if you put the effort into it, you're gonna eventually receive what you want out of this, as far as, you know, in the end, getting what you're looking for. So it looks like in the end, at the end of the day, after all this hardship, you're gonna keep pushing forward through this. Now, like I said, this is the potential future. I'm not saying this is going to happen. This could possibly happen should you choose to keep pushing forward. Should you decide to take it past that point of, hey, now I know myself better, you know, now I think I've grown as a person, you know, and decide to keep moving on with that. You know, you decide to keep moving on with that. After that, you know, and it might even be rough after that too, you know, you might have some rough times after that, but if you keep pursuing that, if you keep pushing on and just putting that time in, that's all I could say, is putting the time in. Things are going to take time. Whatever it is you're trying to pursue, it's, at the end of the day, it's just going to take time, all right? So if you really put that time in, don't give up, and keep pursuing and pushing forward, at the end of the day, you just might find what you're looking for. Maybe. Anyway, Aquarius, that is Spirit's messages to you as far as what to look forward to in November. But for fun, let's pull an oracle card, okay? This is going to be interesting. I got no idea. I haven't gone through these a whole lot, so I don't know what a majority of these say. To be honest, not a clue. But we're going to pull an oracle card, and this will be Spirit's final message to you as far as whatever it is they want to tell you. Whatever it is they want to tell you, inform you right now. This is going to be Spirit's final message to you, Aquarius, which is, be here now. Balance productivity with self-care and mindfulness to savor the moment. To savor the moment, Aquarius. Because I feel like that's really the only way you're going to get that true knowing of yourself and growing as a person that we were talking about, is if you really don't try to rush things. Really, you know, things are going to get really sucky possibly, but if you really just embrace that suck, live in the moment, live in the day-to-day, and really embrace the suck, you know, embrace the crappy days, because one day you'll look back on those crappy days and you'll be like, you know what? I had to go through that. And, you know, I don't got to go through that no more. And I'm happy. It gives you a new appreciation on things. It really does. So, Aquarius, your final message, just savor the moment. Live in the moment. All right, Aquarius, that is going to be your November 2025 reading. Hope it applies to you. If it does, awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos and more content. Until next time, Aquarius, take care.